Hello everyone. Today I will discuss about the viscosity, preliminary idea about viscosity. And in this figure, there are two pipes. This is a pipe. This is the cross section of the pipe. This is the cross section of the pipe, and through this pipe, a fluid is flowing, like water or milk or honey. It is flowing through this pipe. Now, the velocity of water throughout the whole cross section is not uniform. The velocity of water which is attached to the surface of the pipe is 0, and as we increase from lower to upper, the velocity increases. So if the velocity of water which is attached to the pipe surface is 0, then the velocity of water at a higher layer is this. Okay. Similarly, the velocity of water or a fluid which is attached to the other end of the pipe, this is also 0. So as we move upwards, the velocity increases. This is more velocity than this velocity, and the water which is flowing through the middle portion of the pipe is maximum. So this is maximum velocity, and as we increase height, the velocity again decreases. So the velocity 0, 0, somehow velocity has been increased. It is more increased velocity. It is maximum velocity, and then it decreases. So if we draw a line like this is called velocity profile for laminar flow down a circular pipe. So if this is the circular pipe, this is a circular pipe of radius A, and this is the velocity profile of laminar flow. Okay. More precisely, for more clear picture, here this picture, actually this picture has been drawn here. This is the picture, velocity versus radius, when the velocity profile for viscous fluid flowing in the pipe has a parabolic shape. Actually this is parabola. So we say velocity profile for viscous fluid flowing in the pipe. This is the liquid that is which is flowing through this pipe, and this is the velocity profile, and this is the cross sectional view of the pipe. Parabolic, this is called parabolic velocity profile. Okay, so this is value of V and this is value of R. So there are two variables. One is radius of the pipe, and other is velocity of the fluid. Next section. Referring to previous picture, we are taking a section. This is along y-axis and this is along x-axis. Along x-axis, we have taken velocity, and along y-axis, we have plotted radius. So when radius, with the change of radius, this is 0. This at this point the radius is 0. At this point the radius is a maximum. So this is a variable quantity. Radius increases along this direction, and velocity changes along this direction. Velocity changes along horizontal direction and radius changes along vertical direction. Referring to this figure, if we consider this figure, this is the direction of radius and this is the direction of velocity. So velocity changes and radius also changes. So there are two variables. One is velocity and other is radius. Now we say radius is y. Y. Velocity is v and radius is y. So velocity at this point is equal to v and radius at this point is y. Okay. This value is equal to y and this value is equal to v. So particularly this vector represents the velocity at this point and this distance represents the radius. Hence, we can say this the value of velocity at this point is different from this point. So velocity increases when radius increases, velocity also changes. Let us suppose the velocity becomes v plus dv. So this vector represents v plus dv. This vector represents v. This is v plus dv, and this small distance, this distance is y. This is y, and this small distance is dy. So value of radius at this point is equal to y plus dy, and value of velocity at this point is equal to v plus dv. So due to change of radius dy, the velocity changes dv, dy, dy. So dy is the change of radius and dv is the change of velocity. Now dv plus dv by dy, actually this is different figure. In this case dv, v is changed into y, u. Same thing, this is u plus du, this is u, and this is y, and this is y plus dy. Actually this picture and this picture are same, only velocity has been represented here by v and velocity has been represented here by u. So du by dy, this quantity, particularly this quantity is known as velocity gradient, du by dy. Okay. So we have learnt about the velocity gradient during the fluid motion through a pipe. What is velocity gradient? Du by dy. Now, when a liquid flows through a pipe, the liquid layer experiences a force if the liquid layer is layer area is equal to a, and force experienced by that liquid layer is equal to F, then F by A, F is equal to force. Which force? Force experienced by the liquid layer which is flowing through a pipe. Okay. So the force divided by area. Which area? Area of the layer. We are considering a layer and the area of this layer is equal to A. So F by A is equal to F by A is equal to eta du by dy. Here eta is a constant of proportionality, and in this case it is known as coefficient of viscosity. Hence F by A is equal to eta du dy, du by dy. So F is equal to, A is multiplied here, so F is equal to eta A du by dy. F is equal to force, this is called viscous force, this is called viscous force, and eta is equal to coefficient of viscosity, area A is equal to area of the liquid or the layer, and du by dy is equal to velocity gradient of the liquid flowing through the pipe. Now we have the formula. Remember it. We have the formula F is equal to eta A du by dy, where eta is equal to coefficient of viscosity, A is equal to area, du by dy is equal to velocity gradient. Okay. Now remember this. Now that is a problem. Suppose this is a block and this is the table. In between this block and table there is a liquid film. of some oil. It may be coconut oil or anything like that. And this block is tied with a ball. The ball has mass 0.01 kg. This is a pulley, massless and frictionless pulley. In case of mechanics, we have considered this is massless and frictionless pulley. So when this ball, metallic ball of 0.01 kg is suspended over the pulley and its other end is tied with a block, and the block is placed on a table surface, and in between the table surface and the block there is a liquid film. So a metal block of area, the area of the block is equal to 0.1 meter square, is connected to a 0.010 kg mass via a string that passes over an ideal pulley considered to be massless and frictionless, as in figure 10.15. This is the figure number 10.15. A liquid with a film thickness 0.30 millimeter is placed between the block and the table. So the depth of the liquid or thickness of the liquid in between block and the table is equal to 0.030 millimeter, is placed between block and the table. When released, the block moves to the right with a constant speed of 0.085 meter per second. Find the coefficient of viscosity. So from all the data, we have to find out the coefficient of viscosity. Now, refer to previous theory. The theory is F is equal to eta A du by dy. Okay. Now, in this case, if we apply the theory here, the velocity attached to the table surface is equal to 0. The thickness of the liquid is equal to 0.30 millimeter, and velocity of this block is equal to 0.085 meter per second. So when thickness changes from 0 to 30 millimeter thickness, the velocity changes from 0 to 0.085 millimeter per second. So in this case, dy is equal to 0.30 millimeter. It should be transferred into meter, and the velocity changes from 0 to 0.085 meter per second. Okay, so du and dy or dv and dy both are explained, and the area is equal to A is equal to 0.10 meters square. This is the area. So you have to determine the value of eta, coefficient of viscosity. You have to determine the value of this from all the data. And the F, the value of F, force. The force is equal to 0.010 kg mass. When this mass is attached here, weight will be downwards. Weight will be equal to mass into g. G is equal to acceleration due to gravity, and this force will be exerted on this rope. So this is the force. So all the data has been given. You have to just calculate the answer. Now you must try it for 5 minutes, and if you cannot solve this, I have solved this problem. Look at this. In this case, F is equal to mg. Mg is equal to 0.010 kg into 10 meter per second square. 0.01 kg into 10 meter per second square. That is equal to 0.1 Newton. Area of this block is equal to 0.1 meter square. Area is equal to 0.1 meter square. 0.01 meter square. dv is equal to, previously I have discussed, dv is equal to velocity changes from 0 to v, and v is equal to 0.085. So dv, the change of velocity, is equal to dv. dv is equal to 0.085 minus 0 is equal to 0.085, and dy is equal to 0.03 millimeter. 0.03 millimeter means 0.03 into 10 to the minus 3 meter. Actually, all the quantities has been given in SI unit, so you have to transfer this quantity, actually the value of depth, or value of, in this case not radius, the value of the liquid thickness. Thickness of liquid is equal to 0.03 millimeter, that is equal to 0.03 10 to the minus 3 meter. So we have to calculate the value of eta. If we refer again the formula, eta is equal to f by a is equal to eta du by dy. So eta is equal to f by this quantity. Okay. Okay. And so eta is equal to f by a into dv by dy or du by dy. Same thing, dv by dy. Some books use v, some books use u. So this quantity f by a dv by dy is equal to f into dy. Third position, first position same, a into dv. All the values are given here, and after calculation, a very simple calculation, it is 3.52 10 to the power minus Pascal second. So value of the coefficient of viscosity is equal to this. So this is the problem, and if you can solve it independently, very good. If you cannot, this is the process, and there are so many problems in your textbook. You can solve all the problems. I am going to next section. The viscous force. Here we recapitulate the idea. The viscous force is equal to F is equal to eta A dv by dx. Actually, dv by dx may be used in place of dy, dx may be used. I have used all the notations in different contexts. Dx, some books use dx, some books use dy, dx, same thing. Actually, it means the value of the thickness, and this means the value of the velocity. In this formula, eta is called coefficient of viscosity. In SI units, eta is expressed in a unit called Poiseuille. Poise. Actually, this is the name of scientist, Poiseuille. And Poiseuille, 1 PL is equal to 1 Newton second per meter square. Now, there is an interesting question. Suppose this is the pipe, P1 and P2. These are the two boundary lines of the pipe, and the liquid surface or liquid area is equal to P. This is a typical problem, a bit difficult. In this case, two phases are required, one due to upper layer and other due to lower layer. Actually, this is the liquid layer considered. The liquid layer has been considered at the middle point of the pipe. The boundary line, the boundaries has been given by P1 and P2. The distance between the two extremities or two ends of the pipe is equal to P1. Actually, this is the cross section. The liquid is flowing along this direction. Liquid is flowing along this direction. Okay, and the velocity profile will be like this. This is the velocity profile. So if we consider this pipe, and actually this is eta 1, actually this is eta 1 and this is eta 2. There are two types of liquids. At the upper half, it is filled by eta 1 of viscosity eta 1, and the lower half by eta 2. So when this plate is pulled out or inside, you have to consider two forces. One force due to lower layer and other force due to upper layer. Actually, this is a complicated problem, and the problem will be discussed again in next section. You have to remember this figure. Actually, this figure has been drawn to make you acquainted with the complicated problem. The complicated problem is like this. This is the plate, and plate is being drawn along this direction with a force F. There are two types of liquids, one of coefficient of viscosity eta 1 and other of eta 2. The distance between the two extremities is equal to h. Upper half is equal to h1, lower half may be h2 or anything like that. In this case, two forces are required, one due to upper layer and other due to lower layer. Okay, so this idea should be remembered. Next, same problem. Actually, this is the formula. The viscous force F is equal to eta dV by dx. Example 2, a river of 5 meter depth, the viscosity of water on its surface is equal to the velocity. Sorry, this must be this velocity. Actually, this is a mistakenly done. The velocity of water on its surface is equal to 2 meter per second. If the coefficient of viscosity of water is 10 to the power minus 3 Newton second per meter square, find the viscous force per unit area. Per unit area means area is equal to 1. Per unit area means area is equal to unity. So we have the formula F by A is equal to eta dV by dx. In this case, the velocity changes from 0 to 2 meter per second. Okay, so velocity changes. The river, a river is 5 meter deep. So depth of river is equal to 5 meter. And the velocity changes from 0 to 2 meter per second. So dv is equal to dv is equal to 2 minus 0 and dy or dx. Same thing. Dx and dy are same thing. Dy is equal to 5 minus 0 or 5. So after calculation we will get this is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. Actually area force is equal to F and area is equal to force is equal to F, area is equal to this. And we have to calculate find the viscous force per unit area. So F by A is equal to 1. So F by A is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton per meter square. The unit of force is equal to Newton and area unit of area is equal to meter square. So this is a very simple problem using just formula. Velocity of water in contact with the river bed actually. Velocity of water in contact with the river bed is equal to 0 and velocity of the upper surface is equal to 2 meter per second. So this is the problem. A very simple problem. Next problem. Find the dimension of eta in terms of m, l and t. So eta has been expressed. We have the formula F is equal to eta a dv by dy or dx. Same thing. Dx and dy same thing. Eta is equal to F a dy by dv. Unit of F, dimension of F is equal to ml to the minus 2. You know it. Area L square dv, velocity. The unit of dimension of velocity and dimension of change of velocity are same. L t to the power minus 1 velocity. L t to the power minus 1 and dy is equal to depth. Depth is equal to a thickness or thickness means a distance and distance is equal to length L. So after calculation we will get am L to the power minus 1 to the power minus 1. So it is also a very simple problem. Two problems are there. Example 2 and example 3. There are several problems in book like SL Aurora or other books. You have to refer the section and solve the problems independently. If you find any difficulty, then communicate. Okay. Next section. Problem. This is the problem. You have to calculate it. Points to remember. There is a some. You can note down this. In CGS system of unit, eta is dyne second centimeter to the power minus 2 is called poils. In SI system of unit, unit of eta is Newton second meter to the power minus 2 is called decapoils. 1 decapoils is equal to 10 poils. Just you have to remember this. In CGS system of unit, if we express all the units, all the data in CGS unit, then we shall find out the value of eta. The unit of eta will be poils and unit of eta will be decapoils if we use the SI unit. Now there is a problem. A plate of area 100 centimeter square is placed on the upper surface of castor oil 2 millimeter thick. Taking the coefficient of viscosity eta, this is eta, is equal to 15.5 poils. Look at this. 15.5 means this is given in CGS unit. So this is in CGS unit, this is in CGS unit. 2 millimeter means 0.2 centimeter. Calculate the force required to move the plate horizontally with a speed of 6 centimeter per second. 6 centimeter per second. So dv is equal to, in this case, dv is equal to 6 centimeter per second. dy or dx is equal to 2 millimeter or 0.2 centimeter. Area is equal to 100 centimeter square, and eta is equal to 15.5. After calculation, you will get the value of f, and after calculation, you must remember this result. Answer 0.4650. Remember, this has been given in Newton, and the all the data are given in CGS. Then after calculation, you have to transfer the value of force from Dyne to Newton. This is equal to 0.4650 Newton. So I suppose that we will be able to solve this simple problem. Though any one of you find any difficulty, you may consult with me. Next problem. Now, what has been discussed already, a thin plate is placed midway in a gap of height h. So this is the gap of height h. A thin plate is placed in between two plates. Is filled with oil of viscosity eta prime, and the plate is pulled with constant velocity v naught along horizontal direction. This force, the plate is being pulled along the horizontal direction. Find the force F naught required to pull the plate area A naught. So what is the problem? Now you have to consider the previous picture again. This picture. This is the plate, and this is the pipe. Again, we are considering the pipe. So this is the pipe, or this is the pipe. This pipe is divided into two parts, upper part and lower part. The height of this pipe is equal to h. The upper half is equal to h1, lower half is equal to h2, and there is a plate midway between two plates. This plate and this plate, two plates are there. This plate is placed here, and the plate is being pulled along this direction. Now we go to the original problem. Okay. So this is the original problem. The distance between two extremities is equal to h. So this part is equal to h by 2. This part is equal to h by 2. Already we have discussed, to pull this plate along this direction, two forces will be necessary. One due to viscosity of this fluid, and other due to viscosity of this fluid. One due to viscosity of the fluid, which is here, and other force is due to viscosity of the fluid, which is here. We say the total force F naught is equal to F1 plus F2, where F1 is equal to force due to viscosity of the upper half, and F2 is the force due to viscosity of the lower half. Okay. Now again we consider the problem. A thin plate is placed midway in a gap of height h. So this gap has height h, is filled with oil of viscosity eta prime or eta dot. So the whole pipe is filled with same liquid. Whole pipe is filled with same liquid of viscosity eta dot, and the plate is pulled with constant velocity v naught along horizontal direction. Find force F naught required to pull the plate. Plate area is equal to A naught. Okay. So F naught is equal to, we have said already, F naught is equal to F1 plus F2, where F1 is equal to force due to the upper half, and F2 is equal to force due to lower half. Now F1 is equal to eta A dv by dy. In this case, the difference of height is equal to h by 2, or dy or dx. Same thing, dy or dx is equal to h by 2, and the velocity attached to this layer is equal to 0. Velocity attached to the layer, this layer, is equal to v naught. So change of velocity due to change of height is equal to h by 2. Change of velocity is equal to v naught minus 0. We have not mentioned 0 actually here. So f1 is equal to eta a dv by dy. dv is equal to v naught, dy is equal to h by 2. After multiplication, after rearrangement, we will get f1 is equal to 2. Actually, this is third position. It comes first position. 2 eta dot a naught v naught by h. Similarly, the force due to the lower half is equal to f2, and we have no, we don't require any calculation here. If f1 is equal to eta dot a naught v naught h by 2, then it also will be same, because same fluid and same area are considered here. So f2 is equal to 2 eta dot a naught v naught by h. Now f naught is equal to, actually this should be f naught. F naught, f naught is equal to f1 plus f2. After summation, we will get 2 eta dot a naught v naught by h plus 2 eta dot a naught v naught by h is equal to 4 eta dot a naught. So this is the expression. Find the force F naught required to pull the plate. Plate area is equal to A naught. So this is the required expression. This is a very simple problem. Now, after discussion of all the chapter, all the section, I have framed a new problem for you. In problem number 2, the plate of same area is placed asymmetrically in a gap at a distance y from the upper surface, but the gap is filled with another liquid of viscosity eta. If the force required is same to drag the plate with same velocity, then find the value of eta in terms of eta. So this problem is given for you. You have to solve this. And there is another problem here. Same problem, a plate of area 100 centimeter square is placed on the upper surface of a castor oil 2 millimeter thick, taking coefficient viscosity. Calculate the force required to move the plate horizontally with 6 mm. Okay, same problem. So problem number 1, problem number 2, these are solved, and this is waiting for you. If you cannot solve this problem, I shall solve this problem in next class. Okay. Thank you.